Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Willix, also known as Love, also known as William, also known as Wilby, also known as... I have a few names basically. I'm pretty sure that's most of them, but anyways, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a writer, actor, model. I have my own clothing brand, and what else do I do? I'm an artist, so I do all types of different types of art, basically. And I hope you enjoy my video today. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. I feel like I'm getting used to like redoing my intros. Like I used to like to do it like one shot and that's it, but I'm like redoing it. But guys, thank you for coming. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell me your opinions, tell me what you think, and yeah, let's have a conversation. Let's expand the conversation. Like I wanna, as much as like you learn from me, I want to be able to learn from you as well. And because something I've realized is that sometimes people have like so much more information than somebody else. Like sometimes people know more than I even do, and I'm like, that is tea. Like I see you. Anyways, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this content, and let me know what you think down below. Anyways, also you guys let me know, do you like when I look inside the camera directly, or I look here? Like, what do you guys think? I'm loving the lighting and everything, by the way. I just got out of class and the lighting is freaking... I love the lighting. I feel like the lighting is dope. Yeah, I'm loving the scene. I look so tea. Very good. Anyways, so I just got out of class and I decided to make a video. Yeah, I just wanted to come to talk to you guys about the concept of time and my experience with, being the current age that I am right now, and like a bit of like my journey till now, like how I envisioned everything to happen and how everything happened. And to be honest, I don't regret any part of like the journey. I don't regret any part of the experience. I think everything happened exactly how it was supposed to happen, and it was beautiful. Like, did I want things to happen faster? But did I also like listen to myself? And this is like a follow-up from like the last video. Like I just feel like when you follow yourself and you trust yourself enough to make certain decisions and like you believe in yourself, I feel like you flow with time like so perfectly. You know what when you trust yourself and you know what you want and you listen to yourself, when things don't happen exactly how you want it to happen, I feel like at some stages you might be like, okay, like I'm pissed or like I'm wasting time or blah blah blah, but no, like I feel like that's a part of listening to yourself. I think growing up there were things that I always wanted to do at a certain time. Like I wanted to be like really successful and young, like one of like the really successful young people, and I thought there's certain things that I wanted, and like there were certain places that I wanted to be. And now looking at it, where I wanted to be, and looking at life right now, I feel like being at certain places that you thought you wanted to be right before you were ready, or right before things could right before things could happen the way you thought you wanted it. I feel like you wouldn't I feel like I wouldn't have been happy if things happened the way I wanted it to happen, because there were so much things that I didn't know, so much things that I haven't learned. And I'm a person that no matter what you see, I usually like to be very organized, unless things have happened that have thrown me off a bit. But I'm a person that, looking at my life, I like to be organized. Like I don't like a messy life. Like I don't like the confusion bullshit. I don't like you know, like, I don't like people that create a mess out of their own lives with like the lies and like the deception and like not being honest. Like people that just like, yeah, I personally don't like people that create a mess for themselves and then they come into your life and they also try to like create a mess in your life. I feel like it's something that I've always not approved of. Like when I see that somebody's just like messy or like things just on, you know, things aren't flowing the way it's meant to be flowing with a certain person, or like a person is just like a mess, I just move myself. Because if you're going to create a mess in your own life and like always like be having conflict and always be like, you know, and always be a bit of a loser, not a bit of a loser, always be like a clown and a loser, I feel like, yeah, if you're always going to be a mess, I feel like I'm going to leave all of that to you. Like, you can be a mess if you want to. I feel like, personally, that's not the type of life I want to live. Like, you know, so I always make sure that I'm sort of, I want to say in control of my environment, but not in a negative way. In a way where like everybody has clarity, everybody's doing amazing. It's like a positive, exciting, and a great environment. Like if it's not suitable for me, if it's a mess, if it's full of deception and like illusions and bullshit, I'm moving away. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, certain places that I wanted to be I thought I wanted to be when I was younger, I feel like could have been not very appropriate for me. Like, I'm glad that I trusted myself because, okay, an example is I always wanted to, you know, be this huge entertainer, and I had this friend that, you know, was taking the moves and was making the moves and was basically like that, and like he'd finished educating himself, and he'd finished, you know, I'm pretty sure he went to drama school. After school he'd finished that, and he's like, you know, getting all these opportunities, and he's done this and he's done that. Yeah, we used to do extra work together, and that's how we met. So we're meant to be in sex education. We did like the, how do you call it, we basically like practice the scene. Basically, I forgot what you call it, I forgot the specific name of it, but we're meant to be in sex education. We did Death Now together. He went to the Birmingham Rep with me at some point. What else happened? Yeah, we used to do extra work together, and that's how we met. And it was just like a pretty interesting journey. And he's advising me. He's like, why don't you do like, you know, why don't you film yourself on your phone and like send it to this person, send it to this agency, like you just do that. And at the time, I'm such a perfectionist. I'm like, okay, before I am going to follow this goal I have, this dream that I have, I personally, I'm such a perfectionist that like I don't want to do it in a cheap way. Like I don't know, it's maybe it's I'm love, like it's the beauty in me. Like I was always like, no, I don't want to do it in like a cheap way. Like I want to do it in an expensive way. I want it to look good. Like I want it to be glamorous basically. So I'm like, I'm not going the cheap route. So what happened was, you know, he's doing well. I'm like, I'm going to weigh, I want to be stable at first as well. And at this point, I've had like different jobs. Like I started work when I was really young, so at this point I've had different jobs, and I'm focusing on, what was I doing? I feel like I was focused on like school and something else. I think, was this after college, or this was like, I think it was like during college times. So I'm not sure if I had a job around that time, but I've had like loads of jobs, by the way. So I'm like, if I follow my dreams, I want something stable while I am also, you know, following my goals and dreams. You know, I feel like I'm so glad that I followed my instincts, like, thinking about getting a stable job, then applying for certain things and doing like the things I wanted to do. I feel like I'm so glad that I trusted myself, because if I did not trust myself, I feel like I would have been in an environment that I possibly hated, because I cannot do like I can't do like I can't do fake, like I hardly like when it even comes to jewelry, I can't do shit like fake jewelry, like I can't, I need authenticity, you know what I mean? So if I was in certain environments and I did rush and I didn't listen to myself, I would have been like I would have been in places that I hated, and like around people and environments that I hated, and like I possibly had no control over, or I would have put myself in danger, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that I listened to myself in like in that aspect. So yeah, okay. So back to the story. Okay, so yeah, this friend was doing great, recommending things that I could do, and I was like, no, I want to I want everything to be perfect. Like I want to have the stability, so like the stable job, so I can then like be applying for all these things that I wanted to apply for, like these goals that I wanted to achieve. Yeah, anyways, I was like, I wanted this stable job, like I wanted this stable thing so that I can then go and like, apply for, all these roles, like all this entertainer stuff that I wanted to do. And he was pretty much going forward. Like he had like, he was he was still at home at the time. I was I've been very independent for a while, so I'm like, I want this stable job, I want this, I want that. Like I knew what I wanted, so yeah, I'm just, during that time, I'm just glad that I really listened to myself. I feel like for me, things have taken a bit longer, but I've been able to do certain things, like, I've been able to go to drama school and complete it. I've been able to like, learn so much and like come so far. And I think that is like super epic and like exciting, and I'm so glad that I listened to myself, because if I was doing what everybody else was doing and like following the crowd and like wanting to rush, like don't get me wrong, it was in my mind, like I knew what I wanted and I wanted to go for it. But again, I think sometimes when you trust timing, you trust yourself, you know what you want, you know you trust God's timing, I feel like things play out so beautifully and like way better than like you could have ever expected. So yeah, I'm just super excited on like how things played out, to be honest. So well, I feel like I've rushed through this. Like I hope I haven't rushed through it and you understand what I'm saying. But people are coming out of class now, and I wanted to make this video quite quick and short and like not too long, because I don't want to give I don't want my content to be like super long, unless I'm like doing a vlog and you'd want to watch that. And yeah, anyways, so yeah, I feel like listening to yourself is so important, getting to know yourself is so important, trusting your intuition is so important. And maybe be how do you say it, have ambition, like look up to people that are doing what you want to do. But again, follow yourself, trust yourself, like understand yourself, always go with your gut, because you don't know what position you could be in. Like you could you get my point basically. But guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. People are starting to come out of class now, so I don't know if you can hear the noise, but that's what that is. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and this is Love. I hope you enjoyed my content again. Yeah, let me know what you think, let me know your opinions, anything you want to say, put it down below, and sending you so much love. Bye.